Another Friday with Real Talk with Rima live. Today we have one of our very own, which I'm super, super excited, Jamie Moffit. She's actually came to us 8 months ago.
Yep, 8 months ago.
And she took the role like a champ, and she's killing the position that she's in. I'm gonna introduce you to Jamie, have her actually introduce herself and tell us a little bit about herself, her life, what she does. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited. So I came obviously to the Rafeh group about 8 months ago. I absolutely love it. I actually came from the heating and air background, totally opposite of what I'm doing now, and have loved every minute of what I'm doing. I never knew that I would be in real estate, but I've always found a passion in it. And so being able to get in the way that I did has really helped me get to where I'm at now. And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
So you came from a different state.
I came from up north in Sacramento.
Sacramento,
Yeah.
right.
We moved here in October of last year. And about 3 weeks later, I think, 2 weeks later, I was here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
new place, new city, new house, and
Everything.
a new position that you were not too familiar with it.
Not at all.
And you came into our family, to our group, and you took that position, and you're killing it every single day, improving every single day. So what's the passion behind it? Because you're so passionate about being here, being with us, even with all the pressure. Even with me sometimes throwing things at you.
I came from a world of heating and air, and most people can see, like, in the summer it's hot, ACs break, things happen, you're always under pressure. And so I'm kind of used to the being under pressure situation, but I don't have a pinpoint of what my passion is behind it, but I find interest, and always have, in housing and helping people. Like, helping people is my thing. Like, I like to be around people. I interact with people really well. I just love being around people and being able to, like, associate with other people. And that's a huge thing that I didn't really get to do in my other industry. So here I get to be face to face with people and help them do something that gives them, like a dream, basically. They're getting a house that some people haven't ever gotten, and maybe it's like their fifth house, but they're always excited about it. And I think that's what's so exciting to me, is it's always something great on the other end.
And you have such an amazing personality behind it too. And you're always smiling and laughing. And I love that about you. And I strongly believe our clients see it, even behind the phone. It's just so amazing to see. So what's that beautiful smile and always having that amazing energy and attitude? Where does that come from? Even though we all have bad days.
We do. I grew up like kind of fast, and I was always kind of just the happy-go-lucky person. And I have never really been a negative person. I always try to see the positive in everything. I always have. And even, those days that I'm like, oh, Lord, help me. Like, I still get through it in a positive manner. I don't look at things in a negative aspect at all. I always see the positive in everything. So I think that really helps me get through certain things that may, if we reacted differently, would have such a negative outcome and a negative downfall on the other people who are reflected from it. And I just try not to be that person. I really am a happy person. I'm very optimistic. So even in the worst of times.
Yes, you are. And you keep us all on our toes.
It's my job.
So, Jamie, what do you do for fun? I know since we transitioned and we moved to a farther distance in the last few months, you drive to get to us, like, what, close to an hour?
Almost an hour. Yeah,
almost an hour. So what do you do for fun outside of real estate?
I have dogs and chickens and goats, and that's always been fun. I've always wanted a little farm. So when we moved here, I got that. And so I kind of, weirdly enough, hang out with my goats and dogs. And my husband, he loves to rock climb, so I do that sometimes with him. We ride bikes, and I love hiking, so that's been really cool here because there's a lot of hikes around here. There's a lot of things to see and a lot of places to go for that kind of stuff. I also am super stoked that we're so close to the ocean because the beach is my thing. I'm always like, Kate, I need to go to the beach. Like that's just something that I absolutely love, and I love to be around the water. And camping in the summer has been something that I've always done and always loved to do. So lots of outdoorsy things. I love to be outside.
Awesome. And your passion for animals. I don't believe how many animals you have.
Yeah.
Chicken and goats and all that crazy stuff that requires time.
Yes.
Having a full-time position, how do you take care of that? Like animals, like kids, they need so much attention, so much care, and so much time.
They do. They totally do. My dogs, luckily, are always with us. We take them camping. We take them, if we're going somewhere out of town, we take them with us. The goats, luckily, are self-sufficient, but I also love hanging around with them because they're tiny. They're like 15 pounds. They're really small. And they just run around the yard, and I'll be outside and I just like hang out with them. They run around, and they're kind of like dogs, oddly enough. But they're very easy to take care of, as are my chickens, luckily. If it was something that required a lot more time, I'd probably lose my mind. But it's very easy once I get home to just do everything. And before I leave for work in the morning, take care of what I have to for them.
And I love her chicken because I get to eat organic eggs
Yes.
all the time.
All the time.
So that's a plus.
Yes, they are quite tasty.
Oh, yeah. So, Jamie, I know you've been doing something actually we both are passionate about. I love to cycle, as a lot of the audience know. And you've been in a program or in an organization, is it a challenge?
So they call it a challenge because you set your own goals for fundraising as well as how much you're going to ride. It's a 1-month challenge to support childhood cancer research. So it's more of an organization. Everything goes to an organization to help fight childhood cancer. And it's a once-a-year thing. So I ride all year, but this is like 1 month out of the year specifically goes to this organization.
And can you tell us a little bit more details?
Yeah.
When that month starts, how many miles you have to ride, and a little bit more details about the cause itself and where is that fundraising is going?
Yes. So it is called the Great Cycle Challenge. It is a almost worldwide thing now. It started about 7 years ago. I'm on year 4. And we raise money for childhood cancer research. All the proceeds go to the Children's Cancer Research Fund and St. Jude. I share stuff on my page all the time about the kids that they actually support, and knowing that the money goes straight to those kids and their families and resources to help them get through these times in their lives is why my mom and I actually chose this organization because we know it all goes to them. And every year it's kind of dependent on the year, but this year it started July 1st. And so fundraising goes until the end of September. But I have challenged myself to ride 100 miles in the 1 month. And I would really love this year to raise $1,000 or more for this fund. And it's like my cute little flyer.
Yes.
And I can share my link with you guys, but it's just a milestone thing that I like to do. I do it every single year. Sometimes I don't make the miles and I'm kind of bummed, but it's a goal that I have every single year. It's 30 days. It's not a long time to get in 100 miles when you have 30,000 other things going on, but if you make the time, you can do it. But more or less, it's the cause that it goes to.
Yeah. So that fundraiser is that you set the month that you want to raise and you want to ride?
No. So they set the month. Like 1 year it was September. 1 year it was June. This year they did their official kickoff July 1st. I do believe that the fundraising they have until September 30th of this year. And the ride, I just pick the month. I do believe it's supposed to be September 1st to the 30th this year, but they do the official kickoff July 1st. So they give you a little bit of time to do things.
Got it. So you can ride that 100 miles, even if it takes you more than a month.
Yeah.
Just, it was your personal goal.
Correct.
To get it done within a month.
Yes.
And it's your personal goal to raise 1,000, right?
Correct. Yep.
Everybody can set their personal goal.
Yeah, there's people raising $20,000 here and there and everywhere, and it's amazing to see the community. I'm in a like Facebook group of people who do this like almost year round. They fundraise for the thing, and they're raising tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm like, holy cow, you guys, like this is amazing. But it's totally awesome to see the growth every single year in the fundraising efforts, which is really awesome.
Yeah. What I love about you, Jamie, it's you have the full-time position, your animals, and you're involved in the community and fundraising with a smile on your face all the time.
All the time.
So this is something like so amazing to see. Not a lot of people, they kind of like are that much involved, or as involved, I should say, with all of that and all what's going on, especially like how many animals you have now?
I have 7 chickens, 2 goats, and 3 dogs.
She does.
I do.
And recently you stepped it up again and you just passed your real estate license.
I did.
Which we're stoked for you.
Man.
And yeah, and she studied hard and she was nervous and she made it happen.
I did.
Not she's going anywhere, she's staying with us. But
Yes.
she wanted to kind of have that leverage, have that that bonus on her under her belt, so she can actually service our clients even better. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what drove you to get your license? And
you know, you can only do so much as an assistant. And like I said before, the passion behind getting somebody into something that could be their dream, I wanted more of a part in that. And I have a huge part in it already, but I don't have the whole part. So that was a huge thing for me. It's always been something that I've been interested in, but getting to do things a little bit more now because I have a license versus what I could do without one, helps me get in. You know, I can go with somebody if another agent's not available on our team. I can go with them to see a house. I can be of a benefit to the entire team with my license, versus just being an assistant where all I can really do is paperwork and not really talk to people about a lot of things, because of the rules and regulations on different things within the industry. But having my license, I think is a very positive. It'll have a positive impact on the entire team. Being able to help out a little bit more, or even, you know, work with buyers. If I have friends all over the country that are, you know, if they end up here because we're prior military, my husband's prior military. I know a lot of people in a lot of places, and like previously we just moved some friends down here from up north where we were, who happened to get referred to us. I had no idea until I saw them on a Zoom call. I was like, I know them. But they, you know, I helped them move down here, and I could have helped them the whole process. But because I didn't have my license, I just got to help them with the paperwork part. So,
and the moving part too.
And the
That's
moving
a big
part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving them from, actually you picked up their stuff from
Sacramento.
up north,
Yeah.
because you were there for your license, and that's how amazing she is. So we are so fortunate to have her here with us, and we're so excited about your future and the future of the group as a whole.
Yes.
What's the future for Jamie?
The future for me? Well, I don't know yet. I really love what I do. I love where I'm at. So honestly, I have tunnel vision pretty much at this point. I'm pretty set on where I'm going, what I'm doing. I hope to sell some houses in the near future. I hope to help more people, but that's kind of where we're at. I'm just going with the flow, I guess you could say. I'm completely content.
Yeah, and we're not letting her go anywhere.
Yeah.
We're
Not going
chains
anywhere.
on her desk that she's not allowed to go anywhere. So
no plans.
Jamie, you are amazing. We are so blessed and lucky to have you with us. You are great asset. You are the one who's keep us on track behind the scene, even though the agents take the credit, but you have amazing, great part in everything we do here. And we love you and we appreciate you. And we are so blessed to have you. So, and thank you so much for being with me this morning.
Yes.
And just having the people know more of who you are. A lot of people, they don't see you all the time. So I wanted to bring you on here to show them your pretty face and your beautiful attitude and your great smile. So thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you. I'm excited. I love this team and everything that we have going is just, I'm very excited to see how the rest of the year goes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
We love you.
Love
Thank you.
Thank you.